Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel, or my channel. I am here with the June Cards, Tags, and More kit. And I have this idea in my head that I can't get rid of. So, I'm just going to have to go with it and see what I can do with it. I kind of want to make a little notebook, mini journal type thing, and I mean this simple stories line is just so pretty, and I love it, and I think it would go very well for what I'm thinking. So real quick, I'm just gonna kind of do a quick overview of what came in the kit this month. There's the 6x8 paper pad that I just showed you. I think that was right. The matching sticker sheet for it. They're the Simple Vintage Garden District collection. And the matching, there's this pack of frames that I keep losing. These 6 frames in here. And I love these frames. I think they're really going to work very well for what I'm thinking. There's this bit of lace. It's like a crochet type lace. These chipboard flourishes from Scrapaholics, and this pack of yellow roses from Doris. Oh, and all of these bits of colored cardstock right here. That's the kit. And so I'm thinking, and this is what I'm thinking, I'm kind of going to do like an envelope book, except I'm going to turn these into my envelopes. Various sizes. I did kind of measure. Wait, I have it somewhere, I swear. I did kind of measure my frames. I have a paper around here. Oh, there it is. I did kind of measure my frames and scribble down what sizes I would need. So it's going to be different sizes in there. It's not even going to all be the same size. So it's going to be kind of uneven. And these are my measurements of what all my frames are. I mean, with like a little extra. Oh, that was my phone. With a little extra, because whatever the measurements are would completely go around, or so that these would be all the way on. And that's just sort of like an early precaution, because these are kind of bare, you know, they're all bare on the back, so I don't really want them showing. So I'm going to make it so that my envelopes go all the way around them, I think. But as I'm saying all of this out loud, I'm thinking, you know what? I'll make the envelopes larger, because I can always trim them down. I kind of have a backup plan for that too. So let's see what happens. But I have my envelope punch board, and I'm just going to start making my envelopes using the cardstock that came in the kit. I don't know if I'll need any other cardstock. If I do, I'll pull that out. I realized I could hope for these envelopes to be however big I saw fit, but the paper was only so big. So I did decide to just turn them into envelopes. All the ones that aren't white are from the cardstocks from the kit, the solids. And then I went and grabbed some white cardstock. And that white cardstock actually came from the April 2020 Cards, Tags, and More kit. Well, all but one. All but one came from the April 2020 kit. And then I had to go grab another one from my stash. So this is kind of how it's starting. I organized my papers the way I wanted, like the ones that have big sayings, the little 3x5 or 3x4, yeah, 3x4 pocket letter size cards, or what are they called? Greeting card elements sheets? Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, and then the ones that are just prints. I have to organize paper pads sometimes the way that I think they should have been. Anyhow, this is kind of where I'm going to be going on this. This is kind of the start to my little book I'm going to be making. I have my pieces put together here. And now to kind of work out background papers, because they're going to be like this. Maybe. You know, actually, because I was kind of thinking of different things. Let me fiddle around a little bit and see exactly where this is going to be headed. Just to explain real quick, this overlay that I am going to be using to turn these into pockets, it came out, I've had it, I have had this Hampton Art overlay pack that I think I've used. Let me see what I have. I've only ever used that one. That's the only one that's missing. And I've had it a really, 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 really long time. So, I am going to use it up. Well, I probably will use it up because there's a few things to fill up here. So after all these years, I finally found a use for it. I think it was one of those purchases early on in my supply gathering, and it just never got used. I think I have it worked out what I'm going to do. And so I just drew a line here so I could get this one centered. unless I should, let me see. Maybe I don't have it figured out what I want to do exactly. Maybe I will. No, you know what? I think I'll have it all even on the bottom. That way taller things can go in. That sounds like an idea. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And now, because even though, you know, there's going to be a lot of layers already, I am going to, and you don't have to do this, but I like strengthening my hinges, especially since it's just cardstock. And you don't have to use special tape either. This is just what I already have on hand, which is some linen bookbinding tape. But I have seen packing tape used. I've never tried it myself, but I've seen packing tape used. So if you have that on hand, that would add some strength, I guess. Like I said, I've never tried it. So I'm just going to hinge together this to start. And then on top of that will be my pattern paper. I'm thinking of sewing around the edges in black because, well, this already, you know, it has dark stitching in the pattern. If I can, there, it has dark stitching on the pattern, and the transparency is got a black print. Before I start really working on decorating my envelopes, I think I'm going to finish putting the rest of them together, at least in sets of 2. Start just doing sections before I start confusing myself too much. After giving it some thought, I decided that I'm going to put each little section together in the book format using these little album rings. And to start, I'm going to center everything. So I found the center of this bigger one because it's, you know, going to be the full size, or off of the full size for the hanging, or not full size, but the whichever envelope happens to be the largest is what I'll use for center. That makes sense. And then I put a mark that's 1/4 inch in right there. Okay, as I was sitting here just playing around, it dawned on me that with this bigger frame, I could make it its own pocket. Let me make sure. Like so. And very likely will be its own page. And I'll just sort of line it up with the envelope how I want it. And this little bit of overhang, I don't think is going to make a difference because the ring is a bigger ring. It's a 1 3/4 inch ring. Let me see if I can put that in centimeters. Like about 45 millimeters, 44, 45. Anyhow, that's what I had finally figured out. Some of them depend on how they're oriented and how well they fit on their envelopes. Might still just get attached as a pocket, and some of them, like this one, might be kind of a free floater. Right there. And actually, this is going to be fun. I'm going to try to put like a little thumb hole on the back side here. Just going to try to guesstimate about where I'm going to be wanting it. Whew. There we go. Maybe a little more than I wanted, but it has a thumb hole here now. And I'm going to have to figure out, I may end up, I'll see what kind of scraps I have left. Ooh, no. I do have ribbons. It might work. There it is. There's this one that came with this month's kit. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how I can. Where's the ones? It comes with little cards in here. Yeah. I'm going to set these aside because I'm going to set one of each aside for now, at least, and see. This is probably going to take a lot of stages because I didn't really have a big plan, just sort of a goal when I started this. So it may be like extra steps than there would normally be necessary if I had totally planned this out, but we'll see what I can come up with as I go along. I'm just going to work on picking out which papers are going to get glued down to each page, and I'll continue working on putting these different frames on the rest of the frames together, either on a background or on a or by itself there, that's what I was trying to say. And hopefully by the time I get my papers picked out and glued down, things will start making a little more sense. Okay, just real quick, this little transparency I have probably had as long as I have had the one that I used up here, but this one was from Fancy Pants Designs, and I've used a few things out of here, and today I use one more, and then in you know, 10 years I might use another piece. I just thought that I would explain where that one came from real quick. I'm gonna trim it down, and I'm gonna just nick these corners here with my corner punch. The plastic that can get kind of sharp when you just leave it as is, so I'm gonna just round these corners just a little bit with my 3-way corner punch, and I think I'm just going to use the little 4mm one. I finally finished it. It's all together. And I was going to show, well, I'll go through it a little bit. There's a pocket in the front. All of these have some pocket somewhere. Pocket, you know, some of the stickers. I know that the process is very sped up. It'd be 14 hours at regular speed, so I'll just go through a little slower around here. This is a pocket. Yes, I actually forgot. It's been actually a couple weeks since I finished this. I just now kind of got around to recording this part. So this is a pocket too. I said everything is a pocket of some kind. Over here, pocket here. Pockets. This one actually isn't a pocket, but you can write notes on directly on here because it's not a busy paper. This little cute little from the Tim Holtz die right there with the little slots. My fully windowed, and the pocket is at the top here. That's why I have these little tabs, because the pocket is through the top. And then this actually has two pockets in it, because this side is just for writing if you want, clipping things on. Pocket there, pocket there. One here. Oh, this is because this edge right here was a lot of the back side of those chipboard frames sticking out. I added a piece of just white cardstock. I just kind of traced the shape and then fussy cut it out and glued it on. It was bugging me. It was sticking out too much, and it had part of the transparency showing on it, so I had to cover it up. All these pockets, pocket from the top. And these, whew, I tell you, I don't know how easy it was to notice in the video, but I was really starting to piece things together. So I ended up rearranging my pages from my original plan so that some of the mixed up ones, that one is strips of paper, and I coated, I just used double-sided tape and laid it out so I could just keep laying them next to each other, not worry about glue or wet glue coming up between them. And these are pieces, and this, I went so far, I completely went through everything in the kit on the, well, for the paper. I went through all of the paper in that kit. I even started dismantling the cover from the cover here. It was getting kind of thin there, but I did it. I got it all together, even if I had to cut into the cover, but it worked out. Every little strip got used. Did everything I could to get things together. And that's, oh, I didn't show the back. I did the back just like I had done the front, where I turned the frame itself into its own pocket, not part of one of the envelopes. And that's the back there. So I hope this gave you some ideas. Those papers, those that came in the kit, were just too irresistible. I had to make them into a bright and colorful journal. I hope you enjoyed watching me work at super speed. I hope it wasn't too fast. A lot of it, you know, was just gluing paper down, but it was sort of also my thought process and how the pages came together. Thank you for joining us here at Tres Jolie. I have a couple of projects already out this month, a couple more to come. I think this is going to be around in the middle. And I will see you again soon.